Hello and welcome back to our Aserai Loyalist playthrough, and hopefully we're going to be able to actually see some of our Lancers in combat in this episode. Oh, hello there. There's actually a fellow that we might be able to get. Nope, never mind. I do actually have maximum. Already, look at that. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, we did get married in the previous episode. I'm actually going to go into the tournament here. This is going to be really important for us, just generally because I now have the ability to earn more renown from these tournaments, and of course I also oh yeah, I did level up. I do need to do that in just a moment, because there is going to be a perk that I want to get, and that I personally feel is a bit, I'm not sure if this is underrated. That's the question, because I've actually done many series in Bannerlord so far, and I have never really taken this particular perk. Most of the time I decide, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to take this perk because it is maybe not as important, or shall we say not as impactful as the other that is in its same line. Obviously you can install a mod if you're on PC, and you can, you know, there is a very popular mod at the moment that allows you to take both perks in the tree. So you can do that if you want to. But, oh, look at that. I gained 1 skill point in bows. Yes, I have 1 in bow now. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I can't believe I actually hit with that, to be honest. But there you go. That's quite nice. Anyway, now I can do some damage. Kill that guy. There we go. And now we just have 1 more round to go against a regular Mamluk. And hopefully this is gonna work out. Come on now. He's a little bit too far. Of course, I'm gonna hit his shield now. There we go, nice headshot. Can we get another headshot to finish him off? No, I cannot. I am infinitely sad now. Okay, no, you're gonna miss that. Yes, he did. Thank you. There we are, nice. He actually tried to go for the overhead there, and I was gonna sidestep him, but it wasn't actually necessary, so that's very good as well. Great. Okay. So there you go, we were able to achieve victory. We do get some rather nice shoulders, which is actually kind of the reason why I was doing that. And, oh, never mind, apparently I'm already wearing these. Well, that's funny. At least our surgeon actually gets something then. I guess that's somewhat decent. And we do have a couple of other things that we can do here as well. I think, leveling up roguery skill. Someone said that leveling up roguery skill is probably a good idea to try doing some of the quests for the gang leaders, and indeed taking over some of the alleyways that you see in towns. And because we don't currently have the ability to wage war, I think this is probably the best next task for us. 15 one-handed axes. Sure, I'll try it out. I think I can maybe make this work. I don't know. Maybe I can't. I'm gonna just very quickly go into the the actual marketplace here and actually have a look. Okay, what do we have here? Bent pickaxe, hatchets. We need 15 of them. Okay, well I can actually purchase this, and then I can purchase a couple of these. I need 8 more. Okay, yeah, that's fine. There we go. We have enough now, so we can literally just give him that. Here's your cargo. Wonderful, there we go. So we basically just gained 2,000 in no time, which is actually wonderful. Oh yeah, I did want to get a perk. Okay, so these are the perks that we have the ability to choose from. We have +1 renown and influence for each issue resolved, and +1 relationship with a random notable of your kingdom when an enemy lord is defeated. I think that actually seems pretty good, because random notable, probably more important than a random lord. And this is the thing that I've actually never taken before in any series. I think I took it once, maybe, when I was just focusing on doing tasks and so on and so forth. But because we are doing so many tasks, it seems like maybe this is probably the best way to go, because +30 influence from battles, this obviously is going to be extremely good if and when I become a mercenary. But unfortunately, because the Aserai are not currently at war against anyone, it's not really going to be so impactful. So we're going to be taking oratory for the moment. And then we're going to be going on for something else here. What do we want to go for? Plus 20% damage bonus from speed with polearms when mounted. That could be really useful for us. But I'm actually going to be taking... I am going to be taking this one because plus 30% damage bonus from speed with polons by troops in your formation. So this technically is going to be pretty fantastic, because that means that if my camel lancers are doing things, I actually don't even need charm skill right now, but I kind of feel like I kind of want it for reasons. I don't know, maybe it's not worth it. Anyway, purchase stolen goods. Wants to sell you stolen goods. Oh, I don't really care about the stolen goods too much. Does this guy have... Okay, this guy has back streets and the clearing. Okay, let's just go here and actually see whether we can level up our roguery skill, because someone told me that the method that I wanted to use is no longer available, and I am infinitely sad about that, because what I was actually hoping on doing is this old strategy where you create some really high value weapons. Is it the waterfront, or where do... Ah, see, now I've completely forgotten where I need to go. Yes, great, isn't it? Okay, yeah, we need to go to the back street and the clearing. Okay, fine. Anyway, I'm going to explain this really fast. So basically, what we would want to do is level up our blacksmithing skill. We would want to try to create some really high value weapons of some kind. And then what you would do is you would go to a caravan, or maybe some villagers, but ideally a caravan I think would be the most useful thing to do here. And you would sell your weapons that you've just created, some really high tier weapons, like I said, high value weapons, to that caravan. And then you would quit out of the trade screen, and then you would go and you'd be like, yes, I would like to attack you. And you attack this caravan, and you take their stuff, and it gives you insane amounts of roguery skill. And I'm very, very sad that it doesn't seem as though that is actually still working. I don't think that is still working, so I'm actually very sad about that. I'm not entirely sure why not. Don't know why they decided to change that, to be honest, because I personally feel like that's one of the most fun things that you can do. Once again, I'm just not very easily able to do these kinds of attacks because I just don't have any one-handed skill. I mean, I've got 71, which is alright, but it is really not going to be far and away not the best thing to do here. So I'm thinking we're probably actually just going to move on, and we are just going to go to this village here, and we'll try to do some brigand quests and things like that, but I'm not really going to be showing too much of this in my opinion. We do need to go over here and actually take these guys on a little bit. I can't actually go in there right now because I'm wounded, so we're just going to have to do an auto-resolve, unfortunately. But look at that. We actually gained a significant amount of prisoners, and look at this. Look at my... Did you see my HP go up? Did you see my HP go up? Yeah, I hope you did, because that's preventive medicine coming into its own right there. Really, really nice. I love that. I love that perk, just purely for the fact that it is able to do things like that, where you just go, wow, okay, that was actually incredible. We were able to just go from 5% all the way to 35%. So incredibly useful. Yeah. And we can go in here against these guys as well. I'm not going to go in there either, because it's just going to give us a lot more experience for my own troops if I'm not actually in the battle. Hopefully we can get these guys too. Yeah, there we go. We've got both groups, and we're done. We're done with the quest. Look at that. That was super, super nice and easy. And we can actually level these guys up. We're going to go for lancers now, as I've said. We're going to level these fellows up. We've got a bunch of war mounts as well, so this is really nice. And that means that we're going to have even better chances to do good damage against the opponent. And that's the reason why I actually wanted to join the Aserai as a mercenary. Let's actually see whether we can join now. Nope. They're not at war. They're not at war. Okay, that's very sad indeed. I would love to be able to join them for anything, basically, at this point. Needs help with brigands. I don't really want to do another brigand quest. We just did one really, really easily. Family feud, not really looking for that either. I guess what we can actually do is just continue to recruit some noble troops for the moment. I mean, you can see here I'm actually making a lot of money just purely for the fact that we are, well, just doing stuff, and we're not actually having any kind of cost. That's the main thing that you've got to consider here. We have very little cost right now. Even if I don't make that much money per day, it actually doesn't matter, because as long as we have some money coming in, or making it so that the negative amounts of money that are going out are negated as much as possible, that's really making all the difference in the world. It really does. Anyway, let's just sell all of this. Oh, look at that. That's actually selling for a really, really nice amount here. And we'll just sell all of that too. So yeah, 3,000. Look at that. Really, really nice. We can actually sell these things too. We might as well. Don't need them. Let's buy some fish, buy some cheese, buy some butter, date fruit, and all that wonderful stuff. And there we have it. Really nice and easy. Let's see. Bronze, scale, shoulder guards. I won't be doing that tournament. There's a special weapon order. I won't be doing that either, because, well, there's just no point in that. Ah, look at that. I actually gained some steward skill. Fantastic. Finally. All right. So yeah, we're going to be going for frugal here because this reduces my overall wages. This is obviously fantastic for a variety of reasons. You know why? Because it's just generally making it a lot easier for us. Okay, once his daughter found... Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that one either. The borrowed troops can go to the very top here so that they can level up as fast as possible. And we are basically just going to be trying to find as many desert bandits as I can get my hands on now.
He's a bandit and a butcher who kills for spoils.
You know, it's sometimes one of those things where you basically just have to go into the battle and then just see what's going on, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Anyway, let me actually just have a quick look here. I want to make sure that I'm actually doing the right thing. Alright, I'm going to put myself on the cavalry this time instead of the horse archers. This fellow has basically nothing available for us, but we're going to be placing him on the infantry line. I think that's probably the best course of action. And then we're just going to be telling them all to auto-delegate. And hopefully that's going to be good enough. Hopefully that will be good enough, and then we can actually do something relatively decent here. This is an extortion by deserters quest. I've actually spent quite a lot of time off screen from the last time you saw me, because I have literally just been, again, as you might imagine, just been doing quests. Just been doing quests, attempting to earn as much money as possible. You can see here that even for me, it's actually, quite difficult to get kills with my spear on horseback, or should we say on camelback, because that's exactly what's going on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the AI is going to also have some problems with this. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go. Maybe, oh, maybe not, maybe not. They're actually seeming to do quite some good damage here. They actually seem to be killing things quite easily, or maybe not. These enemies are still alive. I mean, they do have ranged weapons, but they do seem to be failing to hit them for some reason. Oh dear. Well, that's somewhat unfortunate, isn't it? Yeah, that's quite bad. Oh well. Anyway, there's the victory for us, and yeah, I was actually just really itching to get into an actual battle, because I actually don't have the ability to get into any battles. Oh, there we go, there we go. I actually completed my my borrowed troop quest, my training the troops quest. So that's absolutely fantastic. We can now speak to this fellow. And I'm just going to say, keep your coin. I don't need this because look, 2,600. I mean, that is obviously pretty good. So if you need cash, that is a fantastic little bit of money to get, but I don't really need that. I'm going to just increase his relation by 10. I think that's pretty decent because this fellow is also a noble village, as you can see right here. So you can basically just get as many nobles as you want, well, eventually. And then I'm going to basically just increase these guys in level, and then we can just send the troops back for 3,400, which is very nice indeed. And then we can actually just level some people up. So I also took a quest to level Bedouin caravan guards, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do that. So that's what I'm currently attempting to do right now. Let me just get rid of something here. Let's get rid of some of these guys because I'm actually over the limit, and we can make our way out of here somewhere else. So now here's the thing. This is what I've actually taken. Obviously we didn't do betting fraud. I mean, technically I did do betting fraud and we got paid. We got really big money from that. But yeah, anyway, this is the fellow. This is actually a vassal of the faction, and you can see here that we have one Bedouin caravan guard. This is literally a new type of troop that I have just gained from my mod. So that's quite funny that they have asked for that. So what I need to do is I need to recruit normal troops. I'm talking about peasant troops here. I need to recruit peasant troops and then try to level those up as best as I can. I think the only thing that I could possibly do to make this slightly easier, which I'm kind of thinking that maybe, yeah, you know what? Maybe that might be a good idea. Either we find an escort caravan mission, which for some reason is absolutely impossible for me to find at this point in time. I don't know why, but it seems like it is. We have 21 days to do this, which is going to be extremely difficult for me. Ah, hello. This is a manual laborer task, is it? No, you need tools, you absolute imbecile. Come on now. Oh, what about this one? What about this one? This might be a manual laborer task. Yeah, and oh, come on. Are you serious? What about this one over here? Generally, it's always salt or ore or, you know, what is it, clay? Yeah, those are the things that you can go to in terms of villages, and you might be able to get something. Yeah, also, by the way, I had an offer from Lucon to become his vassal. I'm not going to be doing that, of course. That doesn't really make much sense, but I wouldn't actually mind becoming a mercenary of theirs if they are actually at war against someone. So let's actually have a look. Yep, they are at war against someone. Who are we at war against? I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. Okay, we're at war against the Southern Empire. Okay, this is really... wow, okay, the Southern Empire have expanded quite dramatically already. That's quite surprising. All right, so this is good for me. Is it, though? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Let's attack this caravan. Hand over your goods or die. There we go. That is exactly what we're going to do. And actually, you know what? Wait a minute. I just need to make sure that I'm not missing out on leveling some people up. Yeah, as you can see, I almost missed out on that. And let's just take these guys out. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, so this is obviously maybe, just maybe, going to get me some roguery skill, which I would very much appreciate. Obviously, if I wanted to get more... maybe what I should have done was sold some of my stuff to the caravan guard. I don't know whether that strategy still works. Someone said that it was fixed, so maybe it has been. But I always like to test these things myself just in case. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that people are definitely gonna. They're probably gonna tell me the right thing, right? Anyway, point is, these fellows will literally not even know what hit them. We are going to. That was some nice damage. Very nice indeed. Look at these fellas. They have no idea what they're doing. Oh, I said before I took massive damage. Yes, indeed. What a classic, what a classic. Okay, so yeah, these fellows, they are just standing here for some reason. I don't actually know why they're just standing there, but okay. We can do some damage to these fellows, do some damage to that guy. What? My spear is literally just cutting through them like butter. I actually have no idea what is going on with them. They seem to be completely ignoring my my presence, basically. I don't know. Is it because I'm on a camel? Is it a camel of invisibility? Maybe that's it. You know? I mean, that's a strong plot point right there. You know, make sure that you have a camel of invisibility. Then you're going to be fine. Look at how much damage we're capable of doing. What's going on here? Look at this. These friends of ours are literally just ignoring what I'm doing here, and they are not even blocking. That is so strange. I guess maybe it is indeed a camel of invisibility. Maybe they just don't realize that I'm there before it's too late. That might be very well the case. Who knows? Anyway, we have achieved victory very, very easily. In fact, let's just speed things up a little bit, and there you go. Done. That was fast, wasn't it? There you go. We gained 10 renown, actually, and 18 influence. Very nice indeed for that. And we're going to be gaining so much money from our mercenary wages. And we can also take these guys prisoner as well, which is going to sell for a lot more than these bandits. So I'm going to get rid of a couple of the tier 2. Couple of the tier 2 units. And then we're just going to take all these. And I have 2 spaces, so we're going to have to get rid of some of these. Oh, well, we got a load of space, haven't we? Yeah, we got a load of space. Okay, so let's just get rid of some of these. There we are. And you take those. There we go. And then I'm probably going to take some of these back. And there we have it. Okay, that's probably pretty fine. All right, so we do have the ability to potentially take a longer spear, but I'm thinking to myself right now, I'm not really looking for a new spear just yet. I'd like to get a Manavlion like I told you beforehand, so we're just going to take the loot and just sell it. And we didn't get any roguery skill. Is that true? Is that actually... No, we did get some roguery skill, as you can see right there. Okay, so that's quite nice. Otherwise, I'm probably going to take... Should we take raiding speed, or should we take the ability to... Yeah, both of these are actually kind of not so useful, so I guess I'll take the raiding speed just in case we do actually attempt to attack a particular village. We're going to be going for 1% daily chance of animals in your party reproducing. This is absolutely fantastic for a variety of reasons, but the main reason is that this 1% chance is applied to every single mount that you have in your inventory. So let's just say that you only have noble mounts. It will then give you that percentage chance to create another noble mount or a couple of noble mounts. And so it's basically like a free money generator, I guess you could kind of call it. If that is indeed what it actually does, because it could just be me speculating and me not actually knowing that that's actually the case. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is I'm actually just going to go over here because Arwa is not actually with us right now. And it would be really, really useful for her to join us because she's going to give me insane steward skill, which is exactly what we want her to give us, of course. So we're just going to be leveling these fellows up. Get these guys, these guys. Yep, there we go. Bedouin nomads, there we are. Okay, and we still have how many of these caravan guards? Yeah, we've got 4 of them now. Okay. So we still have quite a lot to get, but let's just take things in stride, because we're now a mercenary, so this is obviously great. Let's sell our prisoners for 7,000. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. Look at the roguery skill. It's absolutely just terrible. Look at that. Why do I only get 4 skill points for selling prisoners for 7,000 when I have 5 focus points in roguery and 4 in cunning? No offense, but I personally think that roguery skill, when you sell for such a significant amount, I think that you should be rewarded. I feel like you should get a satisfying feeling from your effort to sell those prisoners, because let's face it, you've done those battles, you've gone through the hard work of actually taking the prisoner, and then all of a sudden you get 4 skill points. And I know they want it to be, a little bit more of a journey, so to speak, but I don't really think that adds to the journey in the least. I think what that does is just makes it frustrating to level that particular skill. And the last time that I leveled up roguery, as I said, I did use the caravan strategy because that is far and away the best way to do it. Because otherwise, you've got this situation on your hands where you're literally just like me just now, selling those prisoners for a pretty good profit, mind you, but then not really having any kind of benefit from it. You saw exactly what happened there. I basically got nothing for that, and it was very sad. So, yeah, those are the kinds of things that I would like to see changed, but obviously, you know what I'd actually really love to see? I would love to see a customization menu that allows you to basically just choose how fast you would like to level yourself up. Because let's face it, I'm talking about base game here, and I know, this is going to be controversial to a lot of people, but just think about people on console, okay? Think about people on console. They do not have access to mods. So if you want to increase the speed of your leveling, you can't do that. You can't do that on console, which is really, really sad in my opinion. And so I think there should be some kind of menu that basically says, how fast do you want to level up these individual skills? Do you want to level them up really fast, or do you want to level them up slowly? Just adding these customization options, because it's all about customizing your own experience. That's what, in my opinion, Mount & Blade has always been about. But obviously, you don't have to agree with me. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm just saying that in general, some people don't have massive amounts of time to invest in, a game that literally requires you to grind away massively to try to get to a certain point in your skills. For example, trade skill. Look at trade skill. The most fun ability in the trade skill tree is everything has a price. I've already, talked about that at length and my dissatisfaction with it at the moment. But the point is, for someone that doesn't use any kind of mods, for example, the caravan, caravan giving you trade skill increases and so on and so forth. For anyone that doesn't use that, how are you going to level up trade to 300? It's going to take you ages. It's going to take you a massive amount of time to level up trade. I know that people have done it. But it took them a long time. A long, long time. And I'm sure that there are some strategies that you can use. And I'm talking about, you know, quote unquote strategies. In other words, things that are going to be, you know, a little bit outside the box thinking, and that's absolutely fantastic. You know, if you can think outside the box, then good on you, but not everyone is going to be able to do that, just because some people are like me, and you know, I'm not really, you know, not really someone that really thinks outside the box that often. But anyway, the point is, I just think that would be really nice for our friends on console. Anyway, let's just equip all of this new stuff. Look at that. We actually got something really nice. We got a new spear. Apparently, Butter Equipped thinks that this new spear is better than what I was using beforehand. So I'm going to give it a go. And then we're also going to get some new armor and so on and so forth for my surgeon. So that's going to be very nice. And yeah, there we go. We actually did manage to achieve victory against this fellow. Now let's see, I didn't level up or anything like that, unfortunately, but that is absolutely fine. Plus 10% damage by your infantry to cavalry, minus 10% damage to your infantry from ranged troops. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, loose formations, that's usually what I'm using, so I might as well just go with that. I'm already level 15. I don't feel like I'm level 15. It feels like I'm level 5. I don't know. It doesn't feel... I don't feel that strong right now, but maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me actually just have a look here. Okay, so I have 5 caravan guards. Didn't I have a lot more? Did I level them up by mistake? Or did they die? I think they might have actually ended up dying, potentially. That might have actually happened. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to move them to the back. I'm just going to put these guys at the front so that they can level up just that much quicker. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, you can see here. Ah, there we go. Arwa has actually now joined us. This is fantastic. So she can now become our quartermaster. She only has 62 in steward, but that is better than anyone else. So we're just going to make her the steward here. And hopefully that's going to be working out rather well for us. I have full HP. Might as well take advantage of the fact that these fellows are right here, and we might as well attack them straight up. This is obviously going to provide us with some amazing renown, and I mean, literally, just look at her. She's absolutely fantastic. She has such good skills, and we're going to be placing her in command of the cavalry, because far and away she's going to be the best, and we'll put myself on horse archers. And that's basically all that's going to be there. There we go. That sounds great to me. So we're otherwise just going to be telling every single person to charge in here, because that's what auto-delegate goes for, and that's what we're going to go for here as well. And maybe we can actually... yeah, this spear is... This spear is a little bit different from what we're used to. But look at that. It's actually doing some pretty nice damage, surprisingly. I've got to get used to this, actually, on a camel. It's a lot different from the previous one. It's a lot longer... And that is maybe not the most beneficial sometimes, but so far, what are these? What is the AI actually doing right now? Look, what is this? they literally, they're literally just standing there. They are literally just standing there right now, not doing anything at all. I am very, very surprised. I am perplexed. I am confused. I am everything, all of the above. Yes. That is very, very strange indeed. I'm not entirely sure why they would just be standing there in formation, no less, not deciding to attack in any way, shape, or form. But yes, there you go. I guess that's what I guess that's what they wanted to do for some reason. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that my forces will actually start doing damage a little bit more, because that's the main reason why I've actually started to turn them into lancers instead of the obligatory camel archers, because I was thinking to myself, yeah, camel archers are going to be so fun, but it feels to me like they don't actually hit that often. And as I said to you, it could very well be because of the new changes in regards to mounted units, lower tier mounted units in the latest patch. That could very well be the reason, because basically well, long story short, any unit that has less than 100 riding skill and is on a mount is going to have significant accuracy penalties when shooting from horseback. And this is basically a direct nerf to, you know, Khuzait units and so on and so forth, because obviously they begin mounted basically almost immediately once they get to tier 2. And that obviously, you know, makes all the difference. But anyway, yeah, we're just going to continue to let people go here. I could potentially rescue a whole bunch of troops, but I actually don't want to. That's the thing. We could rescue them and then donate them to a nearby fief, I suppose, which would actually provide me with some influence. So I suppose I will do that, and then we'll take some prisoners here. How many of these prisoners do I actually have? Well, let's get rid of all of the tier 2s. Yeah, I've already done that. Okay, what about all of the tier 3s? Let's do that. There we go. We got some Imperial Cataphracts here. We got these guys. Yeah, that's actually really quite nice. Let's get some of those, and then we'll get the cavalry as well. I personally feel like cavalry is a little bit more valuable to sell to a ransom broker, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. And we got a noble mount in our loot. Can you imagine? Wow, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, so we'll just take all of that, let myself equip things. And let my, well, actually, what? Why is Arwa actually putting on things? Did she actually equip something right now? Oh, that's her civilian gear. Okay, yes, her civilian gear was upgraded. Okay, I understand. All right. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. She's got really good armor. There's no reason for her to be doing, you know, replacing anything at all. It seems like someone has actually been defeated. Yes, Undgar the Lord. And Arwa is pregnant now. Oh, look at that! That was fast. That was some quick work by Bruce there. That was that was fantastic. Okay. Anyway, we'll just sell these to the nearest ransom broker. 3 skill points. I guess that's not too bad. I mean, it is pretty. Yeah, it is not great, but yeah, it's fine. Anyway, we're gonna get 13,000, 15,000 actually, more than that. I think probably 27,000 gold just from selling stuff. It's actually crazy, isn't it? Anyway, what I'm actually going to try to do here is I will try to get a Manavlion because I really want one of those. We might be unlucky though, and they might not actually give me one. No, it doesn't seem like it. I could buy some Pugios here, which might very well make sense. I think I might as well. I mean, if I want to level up blacksmithing, then Pugios are going to be great. If I don't, then I can just smelt them and sell the resources. You know, sell the raw materials. That might actually make sense too, but it depends. Depends what we want to do about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to buy some more Pugios here, and then otherwise we're going to take a... Yep, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite weapons in the entire game, and you can see why. I mean, obviously, it's very expensive. That's not the reason, but the fact is, it's got cutting damage, and it has thrusting damage. This is exactly what I love about this. Okay, so we're going to be using that, and it's also, it can, as I say, it can be used in overhead attacks. It can be used as a spear. It is far and away one of the best weapons, in my opinion at least, in the entire game, if you're using a polearm. Obviously, this is my own opinion. You don't have to agree, of course. Otherwise, we're just going to be selling some of this, some of these raw resources just to try to reduce the overall cost, because we obviously did attack a couple of caravans and things, and we do have a couple of things here to sell. We've got some clay, got some sheep and hogs and flax, and there you go. Okay, so we still spent 27,000, but I think that's actually worth it. Surprisingly enough, I think that is actually worth it. And otherwise, we're going to donate some troops to the garrison. So we're going to donate these Imperial Caravan Guards. How many am I? I'm just literally getting 8. I'm getting 8 influence, which is just terrible. It is pretty terrible, but there you go. All right, I'm going to get some 8 influence there. I guess that might actually increase my mercenary wages a little bit. I don't know how much it's actually going to increase it, but it's going to be I guess a little bit, you know, a small amount. Anyway, otherwise, apart from that, what do we want to go for here? Well, I'm going to be going for more cunning so that my roguery skill can level up. Going to go for some more scouting skill. It seems like I'm the scout of the party for some reason. Don't know why that happened, but apparently I am. And yeah, we're losing a lot of... Yep, as you can see right here, we're losing a lot of our caravan units. A lot of our caravan units are being lost right now, which is not very good. So we are inherently going to be taking a lot of losses in regards to our economy, which is not going to be good at all. I'm not going to be leveling these fellows up just yet because these are the fellows that we actually need for the quest. And I have 7 of them. Really? I only have 7? Are you joking? That's just terrible. Okay, that is really quite bad. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so where is Hasid? Where is he? Yeah. Okay, this guy's still the prisoner. Right. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to try to move over to Southern Empire territory, and what we're going to try to go for here is. Well, I'd like to try and attack... Oh, we could attack this caravan again? Oh, I don't know. I mean, caravans are absolutely fantastic for us, it seems. It seems to give us a lot of renown, gives us a lot of money as well. So it may very well be a good idea to go for it, but... On the other hand, I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe not. Oh, no, wait. Hello? This might actually be quite nice. Alright, let's do this one. I was kind of looking for a slightly larger than average caravan party, so someone with over 40 units would probably be pretty decent for us, and we're just going to charge at them. And this is my first... Yeah, look at this, look at this. This is the reason why I love this weapon, because you can literally just use it as a cutting weapon, you can use it as a thrusting weapon. It's amazing. Obviously, the main problem with it is the fact that it just does not have any range. Its range is pretty terrible. And I'll be the first person to tell you that. It's pretty terrible in comparison to pretty much every other polearm most of the time. I mean, it's average, right? It's an average length polearm. It's not too bad. It's not too short. It's not too long. And it's going to be really, really useful in a variety of situations. So it's not going to be one of those times where, you know, you kind of, you know, get dismounted, for example. Let's say you get dismounted and then you're in a situation where you have to run away, thrust, run away, thrust. No, you don't need a big amount of athletic skill to actually make this work. You can literally just make it work any way you want because, as I said, you can use it as a cutting weapon and you can literally use it as a two-handed if you want to. And that's the main strength behind it. It just has so much versatility. Definitely one of my favorite weapons in the whole game. And there are a lot of weapons that are going to be my favorites. Like, for example, in previous episodes, I've gushed about the Star Falchion, for example, which is quite funny because the Star Falchion is just a tier 3 weapon. It's very widely available. It's literally used by bandits. So, you know, it being used by bandits doesn't really diminish its value to me, in my opinion. Anyway, there we go. We were actually able to achieve victory relatively easily. I only killed 1 or 2 people, which is not bad at all. And we got a lot of prisoners as well. So I'm very, very pleased about that. We got 3 level ups for our caravan guards, which is amazing. That means I now have 10. And now I can go over to the wonderful fellow all the way over here at Ein Balik Castle, and we can actually hand in this quest. 9 days left. All right, we just about made it, because I think it's going to take me a couple of days to actually get there. I don't even know how much I'm going to get for this. I don't think we're going to get a huge amount. As you can see, my breeder skill is actually coming in mighty handy, giving me 2 saddle horses. Obviously, I'm not really caring too much about 2 saddle horses, but they're free. And they increase my, you know, my carry capacity, and I think that that's a pretty decent, you know, pretty decent thing to have. You know, that's kind of the reason why I would love to see more of these kinds of perks. I want to see perks where they fundamentally just give you something really interesting in comparison to just a percentage increase of some kind. You know, because in the perk tree, you see something like, for example, this. Plus 10% handling to two-handed weapons. I mean, no offense, but that's not very exciting, is it? You know, you don't feel very satisfied when you get to that level and you go, oh yes, I'm going to pick this perk. Oh, it's 10% to handling. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway. Plus 10% battle morale penalty to enemies when troops in your formation kill an enemy. That actually might be useful. I think that actually seems pretty useful. Plus 5 party size limit, not so useful in my opinion. Yeah, it's good if you're really valuing, you know, party size. But for me right now, I'm actually doing okay. I've got 90. I don't need 95 to be any more effective. I think we're going to be effective right now, no matter what. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to recall this party member, and we're going to recall this party member, and I have 47,000. So what we're going to do is I'm literally, I think she's going to be, yep. Ah, that is irritating. Yes, that is very, very irritating indeed. A lot of my companions are being eliminated just because they are being preyed upon, of course. Because they're going through Southern Empire territory and they're being defeated, because that's just what they're going to do, you know? As we've seen ourselves, preying upon caravans is very easy, very simple to do. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.